Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's AYCG Gamecast, episode 374. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinstein,
Hello.
and Tony Korkanakis.
Yo.
All right. Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers, to episode 374 of the Gamecast. Wow. It is near the end of the year. For those wondering, I don't know if you mentioned this last week, guys, because I missed the podcast, but
You didn't listen?
I didn't have time. I've been trying to finish a game, which I did, which we'll get to later, and start new ones. But anyways, for those wondering, our of the years will not be this year. It will be next year's podcast. So we'll have one more this year, next week, and then we'll be in the new year. And I even think then we might hold off and do it the week after. So let's aim for the
Second week in January.
The 9th? Yeah, it'll be the 9th.
Yeah, the 9th.
Yeah. So look for that. The week of the 9th is when we'll do our of the years. So, just give you a little heads up. We're giving you a little schedule here. Probably should have mentioned that in the movie cast as well, but forgot about it. So
We got one more.
Yeah,
week.
we got another one next week to mention that. So, all right, let's get to the Gamecast, though. Talk about the news. We have a little bit of stuff going on still for the end of the year. PUBG came out. Early access.
So we had a bet on this, Jim, and I just want to, I want to understand something.
But I won.
I just want to. There is an asterisk here.
No, it's not.
Do not get a physical disc.
I said there would be a box in the store. I want to go back to that podcast.
I'm just saying.
Because I knew there would not be a disc in that box. I knew this. Actually, I did know this.
I'm saying there is no physical copy.
There is a physical copy you can buy in the store.
There's not a physical copy. Just saying. Saying. Technically.
I want to go back to that podcast and listen to
we already said you won the bet, but I'm just saying technically there isn't a physical copy. There is no print.
Yeah. I understand, but I knew what I was doing when I made this bet. Like, I made sure that we worded it properly where there would not be disc, because I didn't think there was time to print a disc. I knew that when we were making the bet.
I don't know. You kept arguing about it.
No, I knew there would be a physical release of the box art. I knew
Go
that.
go back and listen. I already
Did you
said.
go back and listen to it?
No, I'm just saying. I already said you won the bet, but I'm just saying.
Okay. I want to go back and
I
listen
feel
to it
like
anyways.
you were arguing pretty hard that there would be a disc.
No, I was
It's
arguing.
like
Like,
Tony and I's argument was there wouldn't be enough time to print it.
No, I didn't disagree with you. I said there would be a retail copy of it.
Just check afterwards.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah. It's
But
a good thing
anyways-
we have this stuff recorded.
PUBG, yes, we do. PUBG was released on early access for Xbox One, and it's. I think my statement, running like hot garbage, pretty much covers what it's doing right now, even on the Xbox One X.
Which is what I expected.
Yeah, I don't understand what you could not like.
Well,
how
it's
could you
so-
expect anything
Like,
more than
this is- okay,
PCs can do?
here's
PCs
my
running
gripe.
like shit.
Okay, here's my gripe, and this is my gripe with this whole thing. And as a Microsoft fan who has, I think this whole year done pretty well in terms of slamming them on their decisions of releasing games. They had one game this winter, fall, whatever you want to say, and it's PUBG, and it's not running well at all.
Forza came out in November.
Cuphead.
Forza came out in October, actually.
Okay.
They had one game.
Still, last quarter of the year.
Yeah, I guess it is. Is it? Because isn't quarter start November through January and February?
Talking about this year. I'm not talking
their
about January.
fiscal year though goes till March 1st.
Yeah, so
So fiscal year starts November.
I
Fiscal
didn't know you were
quarter.
talking
Again,
about.
we're arguing so much bullshit, man. Like, let's just get on with it.
All right.
Like, come on.
Anyway, so released running terribly. I like IGN. IGN early reviewed it for a 5 out of 10, which for IGN is, I'll give them credit here. Giving it a 5 out of 10 is, I guess, pretty good. I saw videos for this game and it looks terrible from what I played.
You didn't get it?
No.
You didn't get it?
No. What was it I was supposed to buy it?
I don't know. You're a Microsoft fan. I figured you would.
No.
You weren't supposed to like Cuphead either, but you bought that.
Tony, you were witnessing my renaissance of big Microsoft games. No, I didn't buy Forza. Did I buy Forza
Okay,
7?
all right.
No.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. I did buy Cuphead, but I stand by that purchase. I do
absolutely.
support it.
Yep, absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, this is my awakening. My awakening. It's going with Star Wars Week here. Of the fact that Microsoft has had a shitty...
I learned from your failures,
Yeah,
Jim.
I learned from my failures here, and I think that I expected more of a performance, better performance from this game on the Xbox One X at least.
Mm.
I think you deserved a better experience, but how could you when
it was just
like PC can't even
rushed.
handle it properly?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, it's getting an actual release tomorrow for the PC. It's out. It's out.
1.0.
Yeah.
How just real quick, how do you guys feel about it being nominated for Game of the Year when it wasn't even technically out for the Game Awards? Does that bother you?
I'm okay
at all?
with this.
Doesn't matter. Only if it won, it would have bothered me. But
If it was, it's
All right, fair
I'm
enough.
okay with this. It should be in. It's been played enough. It's been out. It needs to be talked about. It cannot be nominated next year. You know what I mean? Like, if it's nominated this year, it cannot be nominated next year. That's my gripe. Like,
pick you.
yeah.
Like
So
I think
okay.
GameSpot actually said like it's not eligible this year, and
Okay,
people were
and
up
that's
and on
fine
and
too.
stuff.
So they
It's
can nominate it next year. That's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. But there needs to be like you can't see this 2 years in a row. You know what I mean? Like that's it.
I don't think it's gonna. Not that it's a flash in the pan, but I don't think it's gonna be as big.
I think it
Just
dies
there's gonna
down.
be so many other battle royale games out there.
Like I said, Call of Duty next year. Predicting
Dude,
it's gonna
I
have
think,
a battle royale mode.
What's
Died.
the zombie game with the following one? What's that called?
the newest Call of Duty. What?
That you liked, Tony?
Daybreak.
Yeah, Dying Light.
Dying Light.
Dying
Thank you. I was close.
I liked getting a battle royale mode. I heard. I thought
Oh, really?
somebody said that.
And see, that's the thing. It's like it's just a mode. Everybody can copy that.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's a
I'm surprised
mode.
It's in the production. Fortnite's got it. I expect Call of Duty, Battlefront.
50-50 thing would
Battle-
be interesting
Battlefield.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about this. I do believe that. I mean, it's amazing. It sold 1 million copies on the Xbox.
That is impressive. That is more
48
than I
hours.
had
Yeah.
thought it would do in that short amount of time.
Yeah, 48
So-
hours for 1 million copies.
Right. It's great. Well, I am interested in seeing how it holds up because the performance issues.
That's
It's not
what
like
I was going to talk about right now. Like, did this hurt it more? Should they have waited?
They
I
are
don't
being
know.
pretty clear that this is
Probably.
not technically out. It's early access or whatever. I think they're trying to make that as clear as possible
Yeah.
because they are trying to avoid the backlash.
Yeah. But I think this is the big first push for not only Microsoft, but I think just console gamers in general, that like this is an early access game and that has a lot of baggage for it and you need to be okay with it.
Okay.
And this is the first, in my opinion, big one. Like, Fortnite did. I know there's other games.
Now,
But this is the
there's a
first big
patch that's
title.
coming out. Is it out today or is it out tomorrow? There's
I
a
don't know.
patch. I think there's a lot of pressure on this patch, actually, more than anything. I think showing progress faster on the console means more than the PC.
Yeah.
Like, this has been early access how long on PC?
Since spring?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
since April, I think it was. April.
Yeah, something like that.
So, I mean, it's a long time development for the PC.
I mean, that's still way shorter than what's that called?
Sure.
Days Gone?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
PC players are used.
Or Daisy. Was it Daisy?
Daisy
Daisy,
was
not Days
based
Gone. Days Gone's the Sony game.
PC players are used to like works in progress much more than like a console player.
Yeah,
Mm.
So
absolutely.
they have much more tolerance for that.
Yep, absolutely, and that's why I fear or expect whatever you want to call it, that this is just not at an acceptable level for most owners, especially considering like people are saying that the X is the one that runs at an acceptable frame rate, and if you own anything less than the X, it's not even worth playing, and which is what like 95% of the user base now.
I mean, you're talking about less than 10 frames a second.
Right.
Plus,
It's just,
yeah. And even then-
GoldenEye speed.
Yeah. I saw videos from it, and even like the textures you get at less than 10 frames per second is just. It looks like a late PS2 game, I guess would be the best way to describe it. I mean, it looks pretty bad. So, I mean,
It wasn't pretty on PC either.
no,
So-
but this is low res textures. I mean, this is really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, Digital Foundry. The
Ripped it
discussion they
apart.
have on Digital Foundry is hilarious because it's like they don't want to shit on it too hard, but it's like you can hear them like carefully choosing. You can hear them choosing their words to try to not to shit on it so hard. But it's like when they pause and they're like trying to think of that word they want to say, you're like, okay, I know it's shit. I get
You're
this.
hearing them clench
Yep.
to stop the shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, all right. Let's see. We have Catherine full body announced for PS4
And Vita. And Vita's still
am I reading
around.
this properly?
Yep, he is Vita. Atlus
Wow.
Atlus isn't gonna let these systems die yet.
Is that the headline news rather? PS Vita game announced here?
Yep.
Is this like the full entitlement of the game? What is this like?
From what we know, which isn't much right now, it's the original Catherine game that was on PS3 and Xbox 360, with some additions. Supposedly they likened it to like the Persona 4 Golden Edition, where it's like there's an extra new character and then some new scenarios revolving around that character.
Cool. I want to play it because I never played the original.
It's interesting. I've watched someone play this, which is I'm curious how you can expand
a few hours
of it on it.
Yeah.
Because it's very much a story game and a very much limited number of characters. So I'm curious how they can change that up with an expansion.
Yeah. Well, my expectation is that this new character is just going to be like a side character, not like a new choice. Because that's what I think people are debating right now. Because it's like, the whole thing about this game is like it sounds so shitty to say this, but like the main character, should he stay with his longtime girlfriend or go for this new girl that's totally into him? And I think people are like, oh, this new girl, this new female character is obviously just like another romantic interest. I don't think they're going to go that. I could be wrong, but just my guess. We'll see.
I feel like that would warp the entire story too.
Right, exactly. I don't think it would fit very well and stuff like that. They'd have to adjust a lot of stuff.
But does that mean, does this kind of indicate or lead into a new Catherine game?
I think so. Well, I would say
in the universe,
how well this does, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Like this is definitely like them dipping the toes, because the thing is, I think Catherine was fairly successful for them.
It was,
it sold pretty well. Yeah. It was pretty much a tech experiment that they were just like, oh yeah, let's fucking release this then.
Well, because they didn't have a Persona game on PS3, so
yeah.
Well, they did. It just took a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it do well, because I'd like to see maybe not a Catherine 2, but like another game in that vein, because it's so unique and I think it's really cool. It's fun to play.
I mean, personally, I'm really looking forward to the fantasy game that guy's making. So
yeah,
that I'm very curious about. Catherine, I could give or take. It didn't really draw me in when I did play it for like 3 or 4 hours, and the puzzle aspect was just not really my thing. So
you might as well watch a Let's Play too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's move into NPD from late last week. NPD numbers came out for November of 2017. Very good month of November. 30% overall, up 30% over 2016. The NPD reported.
If we remember, though, late last year there was nothing going on.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Hardware was up 52%, $1.14 billion over $754 the year before. Console software 19%, PC software 13% up, and accessories up 11%. Very good month, actually. Very strong month for consoles and software. So
you have a new console that wasn't out last year.
Yeah.
2 new consoles that weren't out last year, technically.
Yeah, that's true. PS4, number 1 selling console for the month of November. Their sales, get
$200 PS4.
That thing was flying. And $200 is that magic point. I mean, it was.
And you're getting gift cards and Kohl's Cash and all that stuff.
I mean, Microsoft did well with were those numbers accurate, Tony, with what we saw in Reset?
From what I read, I didn't read too much into it. Like it's a roundish. It's not. It's not hard, but like the placements are. Yeah.
Yeah, the original report was 1.7 for PS4, 1.4 for Xbox, and was it under $1 million for the Switch? So 800.
Under $1 million. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Zug EX has outright came out and said like those whatever numbers those are wrong.
Okay.
But like the placements are still right.
But I'm wondering how well I'm just trying to think how well the Xbox One X sold, Corey, for our other bet if we ever get numbers of the PS4 Pro. And the Xbox One X. I think I've got you if we ever get numbers here.
I mean, again, they were giving away Xbox One's S's.
I'm talking about the Xbox One X.
I know, but I'm just saying all those numbers.
The rumor was this made up 50% of those sales.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Which is 700,000 consoles from what I got.
Yeah. We're not getting numbers. If Microsoft wanted to talk about the numbers, they would have already. I still think that.
Yes, X. Whatever Pro is still going to beat the X. Doesn't matter.
I disagree, but. Not to mention, I saw that Xbox One X was
more readily available too. I mean, it sold out of the X's.
Tweet at Matt.
I should.
Pascatella.
Yeah.
Just ask him, be like, don't give me numbers, but can you tell me like what did better in its first month? PS4 Pro or Xbox One X? Maybe he'll answer it. Maybe he's answered a couple of it.
That would be great. We don't need numbers. We just need a confirmation of what sold better. Let's go with software here. Call of Duty World War II. Rejuvenated. That franchise is back. It is now the number one selling game for 2017.
I like how we were seeing a downward trend of Call of Duty because it just kept getting samey, and they were like, "Oh, let's go to the future. Let's do this. Let's go in the
future took them which shot them into where they were.
Infinite Warfare. I liked that game. I did like the single player of that.
But no, I mean just Modern Warfare.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm saying like after Modern Warfare 1, 2, 3, they're like, all right, well, let's go back in the past with Black Ops, and let's go into the future with Infinite Warfare.
Well,
I'm sort of missing.
Never went back far enough. Is the point.
Right. But the thing is, then it's like, oh, what's gonna resurge our popularity? Going back to World War II. I'm just like, really, really. I don't know. I've been so disassociated.
Now they have a blueprint for what to do the next decade. Never going away.
I haven't played Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 3. I'm done with that franchise. It's not for me. I totally understand it.
Yeah.
Not to take away, but this is one of those things where this is again one of those sports games things where I'm just I just don't understand.
Yeah. It's why do you buy Madden the year after? Yeah. I get you.
It's there's a million World War II FPS games out there. Why did you guys?
There could be a million of them, Tony. But only one of them is actually worth playing.
Why is this the catalyst that reboots the franchise?
Is it? Don't you like Wolfenstein?
No, I was just.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm being the guy that put the dice. Right, obviously, I think Wolfenstein is far better World War II game.
Call of Duty was the number one selling game for the month of November. Battlefront 2 actually got into number 2 though. Okay, before I go through this list, I want to say right now, for the stipulation, I'm reading through the top 10 of this list because I'm happy to read through the top 10 of this list. Because there's a certain game that did not crack the top 10, and I'm very happy to read this
13.
list. Unfortunately, NBA 2K made 4, but we'll fight that battle later after Grand Theft Auto fails to make
this game 10. This game came out a month or two ago. It's always going to be there. It should be there anyway.
I'm okay with this. Madden at 5. Okay, so we had
That's another month back.
Battlefront 2, despite its issues, at number 2. Assassin's Creed Origins at number 3. Very good debut.
Also back.
Very good debut for that.
It debuted in October though, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
It was
very
October.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good November.
So it's still
I'm sorry. Very good
November. Yeah.
Very good month for that. It was heavily on sale too, which means it sold very well because this is dollar amounts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was discounted like crazy for $30 a pop.
Yeah, $30 all over.
So I almost bought it, but I did not.
When would you play it?
I know. That'll be a game that I get next summer maybe or something
for
$10.
$10.
Yeah, I will.
You don't need to get it now.
I've learned that lesson this year.
Learn from your mistakes.
And yes, I've learned from my
failures.
And that's the theme of this whole night. NBA 2K18 at 4, Madden NFL 18 at 5, Mario Odyssey at 6. That's not digital. It's just
no digital numbers included.
When is Nintendo going to include those? When are we getting those?
We don't know. Matt wants them. He thinks we will see them sooner or later. Okay. Just
because Ultra Sun and Moon are down here at the bottom here, and it's I wonder how well that's sold digitally. Because
that's the thing is I think Nintendo was the only one to release a press statement again, and I think they said that Mario Odyssey was the number 2 retail selling game of the month.
Yeah, I would like to know.
Yeah.
Cool. FIFA 18. I don't know how Need for Speed made this list. I'm not sure if I'm conflicted here because, do I want to see Grand Theft Auto here or do I want to see Need for Speed? It's conflicted. Destiny 2, no BattleNet, no digital at number 9. Pokemon Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon at 10 and 11, depending on what you want there. No digital. There's your top 10 list. I mean, the normal stuff's there. The sports, the EA's presence is all over this list. But we get Mario Odyssey, which is great for a console exclusive game. That's actually excellent, considering we have nothing else except for Pokemon Ultra on here at the bottom that's console exclusive. So give that some real credit here. That's my game right there for the month in my mind. But I don't know. Good list. Anything else you want to mention on this top 20 or no?
Well, I just want to talk about how every month then they update the there's this one list for like the best-selling games of 2017 so far.
Yeah.
And Call of Duty World War II just shot right up to number one. Like
beat everything.
Beat everything, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Yep.
Not only that, but then
I was excited. Not excited, but I was happy they went back to World War II because I think that was kind of left untapped for a long time and got people excited. It's like the same thing with what you were saying, like just regurgitating the same stuff over and over. Going back to World War II was actually a very smart move for them, and it made me very interested in actually buying the game. I didn't buy it this time, but I was almost there. I almost got it.
I'm not gonna lie. It was one of those things where I was like, well, maybe it's different, and I heard decent things about it, and it was on sale for it.
And the zombies mode is supposed to be like, it's all about the zombies mode.
But I was like, no, I can't do it. But then
just the really stopped me is like I don't have time to play it.
Right, exactly. And then not only that, but like the best-selling games over the last 12 months, not just like of 2017, but the last 12 months, including like December of 2016. Call of Duty World War II shut up to number one.
That commercial that they have really is what it really epitomizes what this game is. Like we're getting the gang back together. You haven't played games in a while. Haven't played like video games. Like my brother just got the game actually.
Wow,
he hasn't played video games at all.
Wow. He bought a new console?
His girlfriend gave him.
Okay. Last time I was there, I'm like, all he had was the 360, and I'm like, wow. It was weird to see that in his house. I'm like, this is crazy. It's cool. All right, let's get into nothing else, right? News-wise, I was gonna say we can get into what we've been up to.
Yeah. That's
all right. Get into what we've been up to, guys. I'll kick us off. I've finished the game finally. I finished Battle Chef Brigade, and I enjoyed quite a bit of it. I really like that game. It gets very, very, very like a lot of balancing acts going on. Very deep with it, with trying to appease 3 judges at the same time who all have different tastes in food. It's like I learned a lesson, like trying to get you have to balance going out monster hunting in terms of also cooking food. It's like a weird balance in this game, and learning that balance, it's really cool. And then there's they add other factors into this game. No spoilers here. That make you also try to be careful with your stuff, and also cooking different foods can be positive and a negative depending on the judge. So it's really cool. Like it is obviously everything we heard of from Shokugeki, which is a great anime, and it's like mixed with like a gem-based puzzle game. It's really cool. I really enjoyed this game quite a bit, and I finished it today. And it was a really cool ending. I mean, I thought the ending, the last chapter, was kind of cut, but I knew that it was a $19.99 game when I bought it, so I'm not expecting a massive story. But I'm looking forward to what they do with the sequel. So I really, really enjoyed that game. Since the last podcast, I think I bought a bunch of games. I've started a bunch of games. I'm happy to finish something else. I'm moving on now to, obviously, what we decided before, Nier. So I'll be talking about Nier next week. Yeah, that's next. It's already in there. It's chapter 1 done, or whatever it is that the prologue. So I'll be moving on, and that's where I'm on. So that's it for me. Corey.
Well, I was gonna start up Wolfenstein 2.
I didn't do it for the record because I held in my hand the first one, and I'm like, should I buy this? But I said I wouldn't buy a game for the rest of this year, so I'm not buying it. But go on.
So then I popped it in, but of course it has to download and update or whatever, so that was taking forever, so I decided to play some Overwatch in the meantime.
Wow.
But just I played a match, and I was like, well, my controller was acting weird. I was trying to I don't know. It was acting weird. So I was like, never mind. I'm not going to play Overwatch. I need to make sure everything's working properly with this stuff. Because I want to have my paddles when I'm playing Overwatch.
Yeah, you get used to that. Yeah.
So I just figured I was play something else while I wait. And I forgot I had bought a Mortal Kombat XL when it was $10 digitally. So I was like, oh, this is installed? I didn't even realize it. So I started that, and I just played the first 3 chapters. And I don't know. It's funny because I like the story of the game, and I like the brutality of it. I guess it's just there's just fun mind wasting, time wasting it was interesting. I missed, I guess, playing those games, and I do like the story aspect of it. And it's funny because if you do get to a point where you are having trouble, you can just skip the match and just continue on with the story.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I didn't know that. I guess I never happened that bad.
You know, it reminds me of Mario. Like there's like the easy mode something, you know?
Accessibility, man.
Yeah.
Like Nier plays the game for you. You just have to move the character.
I like having that option, Tony. I'm not gonna lie. Like that.
No, I don't
knowing about
either.
what that second playthrough is going to entail, I'm happy to have that actually.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah, it was good, but I actually started up my Switch and I almost put in Xenoblade, but I didn't put it in, and instead I started playing Zen Pinball on it. And I love Zen Pinball. Like, I don't know what it is, but I love virtual pinball games. Like, they are like kryptonite or something, because I just like got so like obsessed with it for like a few hours. I was like, I played like Zen Pinball for probably 3 hours.
Huh.
Did you get the other pinball game at least? There's 2.
No, well, there's 3 actually, because you get the one layer one. But I've bought like a bunch of tables on my iPhone.
No. I'm not talking about Zen Pinball. There's another pinball game.
Stern, no, I don't know.
Pinball
what that
FX or something like that.
No, Stern. I think it's.
Okay.
I don't know. I like my Pinball FX and Pinball guys. They make some great tables, and they do stuff digitally that you can't do, obviously.
Right. The other game is like more like
traditional.
Like they actually take
a machine,
old tables, and convert it to a digital experience.
No, I prefer like the.
No. I totally relate. Like I played them both. I think I'm more on the Zen Pinball side because like pinball to me was always like all right, but like it was mostly like we were just saying about Mortal Kombat. It's like a time waste. I'm like, I'll just do this. But like Zen, I'm like, this is kind of fun. Like trying to get like objectives done. And
I haven't played in such a long time. I didn't realize there's a whole RPG element to it now.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. And that's what took up a lot of my time. I did open like my Xenoblade though. I actually plan on starting it soon, but I want to try to get through Wolfenstein first and then do that because I want to play Wolfenstein before we do our of the years because I have a feeling that might be high up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Tony.
Let's see. So I played those 2 pinball games. Let's try them out because they're free. I think Zen actually comes with like 3 extra tables for free right now for a limited time.
Yeah, the carnival one or whatever, the theme park one, and then the God one, Hercules one or whatever it is. Those 2 are free for a limited time. I think until maybe today. Actually,
go check it out.
It was like a week.
Yeah. Other than that, played some Rocket League in handheld mode just because my parents. Been enjoying that a bit more, just because I don't. Like I said, it's one of those things where like if I'm hooked up to the TV, like I just want to play something else, like a deep, like engrossing. The handheld, I'm just like, oh look, I got time for like 2 matches or so.
I think.
Did you get Skyrim?
Next. I think that's next.
Not yet. Nice.
Xenoverse.
Yeah, eventually I will get Skyrim, just not right now. Like I have way too many games to.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like I didn't want to start Xenoblade myself because I'm like, I'm gonna do Nier, and I don't think that I want to do 2 big RPGs. Not big.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I got a Xenoverse 2 because it was like $20 on Black Friday.
Yeah, that's why I think
Disgaea 5
nice.
for $20 on Black Friday.
I was so tempted to buy that, by the way. I'm like, because I know that's the way I'd play it, and I'm like, I'm still not gonna buy it.
Yeah, and then Best Buy just ran a promotion because I think Ubisoft's going ham right now because they're like, buy Mario & Rabbids and get another game for half off at Best Buy. And then because I traded in Mario Kart with Flipageddon, because right now, let me go get it real quick.
Flipageddon 1 or 2?
I forget.
One of them.
But
I did Flipageddon 3.
So I need Mario Kart 8 Deluxe back, and then for some reason this week at Best Buy they're running a promotion where if you get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you get a nice cool steelbook for the Switch.
Shit.
Yeah, so I was like, oh well, this is perfect timing.
Damn it.
So
I really like that quite
it goes very nice with the Xenoblade one. So
Xeno's upside down.
Oh, sorry.
I'm envious of both of those.
Yeah.
I do like that case.
Dude,
I have to say the art book is amazing.
Really?
Too.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'm sitting here with a regular version.
I saw Target had like.
I saw Target had a couple still.
Really?
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some credit at Target.
Flip away.
Yep.
But other than that, Played some more Xenoblade Chronicles again, progressing in that. I think I'm starting to understand the battle system a bit more, and that sounds terrible to say considering I played the previous 2 games in the series, but like, it really is like it can be
the
so.
more
complex.
you talk about it, which is funny, is the more I'm excited to play it. Which
Dude,
because you keep saying like I have no idea what I'm doing. It's
yeah,
like, okay.
it's so complex. Like I'm still figuring out new shit. Like every time I play, I'm like, oh, I didn't know you could do that, and like it's one of the.
Worried about that because like I think somebody was Shipwreck said he was 4 hours in. He's like, I'm still in the tutorial still.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely like a Final Fantasy where it's like, yeah, like you're playing for 8 hours and it's still tutorial stuff. Like,
wow,
just to see like, hey, we're gonna teach you about this new like thing in the system. It's like I still I'm 10 hours in. Full disclosure, I'm 10 hours in. I press the menu button and there's still an entire section that's just question mark and won't let me go in there again. So like, yeah,
Jesus.
It's new stuff. But then I got the Breath of the Wild DLC pack because it came out during the Game Awards. Yeah. But let's do that because I was just like, oh, this is fun. Let me just try it all at once because I didn't buy it initially because I was like, I'll just do it all at the same time. And that's really fun. I think I got 10-ish hours out of it. I haven't done everything, but like a lot of it's just like cosmetic stuff that I don't really care about. Like the meat and potatoes to me was like the shrines and the new dungeon and stuff. So I see you get like 10 hours out of that, the DLC together for like $20. So like that's not too bad. There really is an awesome moment at the end of it. It's like another like story bit, not like totally worthwhile, not like mind blowing. It was like one of those things like, oh, that's really cool. And maybe actually play Zelda even more after that because I'm like, oh well, you get the motorcycle for beating it, and you're just like riding the motorcycle, and just through naturally riding the motorcycle around, I'm like started discovering stuff again. And I was like, oh man, there's still stuff that I haven't found in this game. So that was cool. But other than that, that's it.
All right, Mike.
I really nothing new. I just played more Rocket League myself.
Oh, all right. All right, well, that's going to wrap up the Gamecast of episode 374. Thanks for tuning in. Write us podcast at allycangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allycangeek, and like us on Facebook. And subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Tune to the movie cast, the games cast, and the spoiler casts. We got a lot of them this year. This probably is a record year for us in spoiler casts. So tune into those, and thanks for listening. Thanks for viewing.
See you around, kid.
Yeah.